last summer. I was in shape, I went to the gym almost every day, but then Christmas came and then I was eating chocolate every day. So there's a reason that the camera stops around here-ish. Can't see how soft the middle is. I mean, I'm not fat, I'm just kind of chubby. So today we're going to learn a bunch of different words to mean fat, to mean thin, to mean athletic, and the words which describe the changes that can happen to your body when you go to the gym, change your diet, all of that fun stuff. Let's begin. So these are some adjectives to describe this body type. Now, if you want to describe someone, it sounds insulting to say, oh, you know that guy, he's kind of fat. Instead, it's better to say, you know the guy, he's kind of big. Big, that's the less insulting way of describing the body type. Medically, you would say obese or overweight. Those are the words doctors would use, obese and overweight. Puffy, you know when you wake up in the morning and your face is like a little fat hamster. Then you would say, my face is so puffy. Chubby, it means fat, but kind of in a cute way. Think of like a baby. You would describe a fat baby as being chubby. It's cute. Oh, your baby's so chubby. Chunky, if you describe a baby as chunky, it's kind of cute. If it's not a baby, it sounds very insulting. Same with this one, actually. Yeah. Maybe don't call anyone over baby age chubby or chunky. Trust me, they won't like it. Okay, how would you describe this body type? There are a bunch of different adjectives. Some sound positive, some sound negative. It's important to know the difference. Thin and skinny. Both of them can sound positive and they can sound negative. It depends how you say it. Example, the positive way. Do I look fat? No, you look really thin, really skinny. But it can be in a negative way. For example, if someone looks ill, you might say, oh my God, have you seen Dave? No, why? Is he ill? Like, dude, he's fine, but oh my God, he's very thin. Or he's very skinny. So both can sound positive, they can sound negative. It depends how you say it. These, however, they're all compliments. Slim, slender, svelte, and lean. These are all compliments. They're all saying you have this body type and you look great. Simple. Now, of course, if you're ill, if you're malnourished, if you're not eating anything, there are some negative words that you can use. So these ones, they don't sound good. They're kind of insulting. So lanky, that specifically means you're very skinny and very tall. And again, it's not a compliment. You are really lanky. That is not a compliment. Gaunt and scrawny, they both mean you look thin and unhealthy. Maybe you're ill, maybe you're not eating, but you look bad and skinny. Your body can change depending on your diet or your exercise. First, let's look at diet. The word diet just means the food you eat. For example, if your doctor asks, so tell me about your diet, your doctor is simply asking, what food do you eat? That's it. But if we add a verb with diet, now we're talking about counting calories, reducing sugar, and bad unhealthy foods, and generally eating more healthily. So you can say, I'm getting chubby, I need to go on a diet. To go on a diet. To start eating more healthily. When you change your diet to be more healthy, then you would say, I am on a diet. I'm on a diet. Get those donuts away from my face, I'm on a diet. No, actually, give me the donuts. I also mentioned to reduce something in your diet. For example, sugar. If you want to say, I need to reduce the sugar in my diet, you could say this, I need to cut down on sugar. Cut down on means reduce. Use the preposition on with an object. If there's no object, don't use on. For example, Ali, why aren't you eating donuts every day? Well, I'm getting chubby now, so I need to cut down. So remember that rule. Now, for me, this happens like every few months. I start here and I go to here. So how can I talk about this change? You can say, I put on weight, or I gain weight. You can also talk about specific weights. For example, every Christmas, I put on 3 kilos. That is all in chocolate. Now, usually students will say this, I put on my weight, or I gained my weight. No, don't say that. We don't say I put on my weight. Just I put on weight, or the specific number. Also, if you started wearing size small or medium, and then you wear large or extra large, you would say, go up a size. For example, last year I put on weight and I went up a size. If you start with this body type and you change to this body type, you can say, go down a size. For example, I was a large, but I went down a size. Now I'm a medium. That's not true, I'm still a large. And when your body goes from this to this, we don't say put off the weight. You say lose or drop weight. For example, did you... Yeah, I lost weight. I dropped like 10 kilos. And again, we don't say I lost my weight or I dropped my weight. No, just I lost weight, I dropped weight, or the specific weight that you lost. You might also hear the expression to be in or out of shape. For example, if you say he or she is in shape, typically they mean this. And if you're out of shape, could mean you're a bit chubby, or you're this, your athletic ability is 0, and if you run for 5 minutes, you will die, like me. To describe the change from out of shape to in shape, you can say, get in shape. For example, he got in shape after going to the gym every day. Very specifically, if we mean you gain muscle, there are different words. You bulk up, you beef up, you get hench. I think this is only a British expression. Americans, maybe you can clarify, but I think get hench is only a British expression. These are adjectives to describe this body type. Muscly, hench. Oh. Jacked too. The guy is so jacked. I think he lives in the gym. You can have lots of muscles. You can be muscly and be a bit chubby too. However, if you want to say you have the muscles but 0 fat, you say these. Get ripped, get shredded, get lean. Shredded, you will hear that on adverts or see it in a commercial for like protein powder, stuff like that. In conversation, it's not very common to say shredded. Lean, yes, that's common. Ripped, very specifically, is this. Lots of muscle, no fat. So for example, dude, summer is coming soon. I'm gonna eat no bread and get super ripped. Okay, there's another word. It sounds really douchey, but you can also use the adjective swole. My friends and I will use this word as a joke to be funny, because the type of people who use swole seriously, this guy. Bro, am I looking swole? Bruh. So swole. Yeah? So swole. Yeah? So you can use it. You might hear it, but you'll hear it from that guy, and you don't want to be that guy. So for me personally, I have like a cycle. I'll go to the gym loads, I'll get jacked, but then I'll get lazy and really relaxed and I'll get a bit chubby. Then I'll get skinny, then I'll go to the gym again, and it's this weird cycle. That's usually what happens to me every year. So in the comments, tell me your experience with weight changes. Did you go on a diet? Did you get jacked? Are you shredded? Are you swole, bro? Have you ever looked gaunt? When I was like 17, I looked really gaunt. I just wasn't eating anything. Let me know. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and hit the bell so you get a notification whenever a new video releases. Also, if you want extra English practice, you can join this channel as a member or join my Patreon page. Remember to follow me on social media @PapaTeachMe, and I'll see you in the next lesson.